All right, so we're down to good, bad, and preferences, and a desire for efficiency and a desire to move away from inefficiency.
That is correct indeed.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But there's a part of me somehow knows this is not a good way to live.
Yes. We've got to let that part expand.
Yeah.
Because it's like any judgment, you know, fine weather is good, rainy weather is bad. It's like anything. And for some people it's not potent, it doesn't matter if it's raining, I'll bring an umbrella, and if it's not, I don't, and it's fine. But to some people it really bothers them. And this is your thing, huh? Inefficiency bothers you.
Yes.
So it creates identification, and whoa, we've got Dean there holding a position.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. So it's the right and wrong I'm after. Because if we go after the right and wrong, we're not just trying to heal efficiency. Because what will happen when you see that inefficiency is accepted, what will happen is that something else will come into the right and wrong.
Yes.
All right. Let's go for the root framework here.
So I'm aware of this, Jack, and I use those exercises to say, okay, you know, today it's this, tomorrow it's going to be something else. Where is it going to stop?
Okay.
And then I say to myself, who is impatient? Who, you know, I've been through that exercise.
Yeah.
It does help momentarily.
Yes. Yes.
But then, obviously, it comes back.
Yes. Okay. If you give yourself like a weekend and a few weeks later another weekend of experiencing how good it feels to be inefficient, sloppy, wasting resources, time, money, energy, everything, and really feel the advantages of inefficiency, because it feels like there is a lack of understanding around inefficiency, because it has its own merit, and that's not seen. It's only seen to be wastage.
Yes.
Okay? So we've got to see the positive side of inefficiency. It's like a re-education, you know, of the understanding of what inefficiency is.
There is a positive side of
Well, all the inefficient people in the world are probably glad to be inefficient. Most of them are probably glad to be inefficient.
How so? Sorry.
Yeah, because there is something organic that will move and is accepted with how things appear. They're not working to a standard. There's more of a natural movement and an okayness with everything. They tend to be people with more stamina for the long haul and less of a sharp fuse. They're generally more accepting of, the train is late, I missed this, that didn't work. And it doesn't bother them. It's just, okay, well, what's happening now is where I'm at. I'm not hanging up with the guy who caused me to miss the flight, miss the train, whatever.
Yeah.
The impact of inefficiency is not an issue, because there's an acceptance of inefficiency. You see? So all there's other layers that are tied into the impact of inefficiency. And while you're working with efficiency, inefficiency is to be avoided, because you don't see the advantages of inefficiency. There are advantages to inefficiency. The tolerance of inefficiency. Because efficiency, from where you're talking about, pretty much has to do with a man-made version of quality control on top of something that has an organic, fluid pace on its own.
Yes.
So we gotta unwind you a little bit to find that natural pace of where there's a balance, of where there's efficiency and there's inefficiency, and both are allowed and both have advantages and disadvantages. And you will find that there are times when it works to be efficient and at times when it works to be inefficient. Because what's now labelled inefficient is probably just the natural flow of nature, of the universe, of creation. but it's not seen as that right now.
So, I hear you loud and clear.
Great.
Thank you. What was this exercise that you mentioned, that on weekends to allow myself to accept inefficiencies?
Yes, because it's going to be really difficult to bring it to work. That would be that would be too difficult, actually. So you've got to play with this. Have your playground at home of just being inefficient. Whether your thing is, if I'm not watching the television, I don't just turn it off. I pull it out. I plug out the plug. I don't know what your gig is around efficiency, how far it goes, but allow yourself to be fluid and waste and get over the hump of resisting it, of judging it. Because once that hump is over, something much more organic and fluid will be unblocked.
Yes.
I'm coming through the back door for not my will but thine. That's actually what I'm after, if we turn it into spiritual terms. The efficiency is personal will. The impatience is personal will. That's where your will center is most potent. Make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.